Hello there. So I've got a spin-off project for you all. This is called Turning Pages. This is a two-part project. You may find this very familiar. This is a folio style project. It's called January Moving Parts. Very a little bit limited in the photo department if you're looking for something more robust, like a mini album. I think every mini album deserves a home, so I made a box for it. However, forget the however. Let's get into this album. Can't wait to share this with you. So, we're featuring the Quiet Winter Paper Collection because it is the January Turning Pages, which is a spin off of the January Moving Parts. What does that mean? Well, that means that I took the epic page designs from the January folio and made a mini album. Let me share. And I'll go back and forth so you can see what we have going on here. So you do not have to have the moving parts folio to make the Turning Pages January album. These are two completely separate purchases, but it's a spin-off. I'm using the same papers, that's up to you. I take you step by step through the matting process so you can use papers of your own where you can grab bits and pieces that are within the realm of what I'm using to help you mat. All right. But I highly, highly encourage you to use your stash. These albums, of course, do I want you to use my papers? Absolutely. But is it essential? No. These are like a stash buster type of project where I encourage you to use papers of your own. But if you love these papers or you want to make it exactly like mine, of course, these papers are available to you in my shop. So cute. This is not the cutest thing ever. Let's put this back. So let's look at this cover. Let's talk about this paper, how gorgeous. So as you can see, the covers here are different. I try to give you different options, although we're using the same papers, but they look different, right? Something new, something fresh, something interesting. These albums are 8 by 8 so that you can use your 8 by 8 papers. If you're using the digital paper collections, you can print at 8 by 8 or 8.5 by 11. And I explain the 8.5 by 11 in the project folder. So when we are matting covers, okay? Or I don't explain, I tell you, I recommend that you use 8 by 11 papers to do the covers, okay? So right here, we have this oversized pocket, of course, for photos. You can do 5 by 7s, 4 by 6s. You can also do cropped versions of an 8 by 10. And I'll give you an example of that. There's a little envelope here for an added photo or a note, whatever you want to put in there, just a little bit of interaction for the eyes, all right, and for the hands. We have this element here that I wonder if you find familiar. The sizes are different. These pages were constructed to work in album format, not folio format. So here's this fun little piece right here. Different size, of course, but still the same element. Lots of tucking, lots of fun things for you to play with, but still very, very functional. Let me pull this out so maybe you can see. What did I do with those? Oh, there we go. I found them. Oh, just one of them, of course. Sometimes I wonder where and how do I hide things from myself? I impress myself where I can't find things. All right, so here's a look at this. This you may find familiar, right? This kind of setup was in the folio style. So look at how cute that is. Of course, I did this a little bit different, but you can absolutely take further inspiration from the folio and translate it into the album. So take a look at this. This is a new edition here. Look at all of the photo space that you cannot get in a folio, but you can absolutely get it in an album. I left a lot of photo mats in here so you can see that this is a functioning album that lays flat, that has all of the bells and whistles, that is practical. Look at this little cutie patootie over here with these fun little danglies right here. This doesn't come out. I glued that in just to allow a little bit of this dingle dangle here, which I love. Now this flips over. Oh, I wanted to show you one thing. Hold on. Where is it? So I strategically placed a few of these acetate pieces, which we rounded the corners, we made them pretty because there is a lot of interaction here. So what you want to do is when you have a lot of interaction, you want to cut a piece of acetate so when you flip, you do not crash into anything on this side. You see that? This falls down into place. You flip and everything is just perfection. And it also elevates the look of the album. I truly feel that if you have acetate in the album, it just looks so luxe. We did a simple treatment here on the spine that looks so good. I absolutely love it. I think we're going to be doing this a lot. Then here we have, very similar to the other album, this page setup here. Look at how beautiful this is. We've got that January calendar. We've got photo mats. We've got photo space right here. We've got this area for a photo with an opening so that you can absolutely insert a photo and make that very, very useful. We also have this opportunity for a photo. The embellishments are strategically affixed so that you can get behind there to tuck your photo. And I take you through that process in the matting videos. You flip and then you have this look. Again, this beautiful treatment right here. Look at this scenery here. Everything will just, your photos will be nestled in this little scenery here. And it just looks so cute. Few little tuck spaces here and there just to create interest. And again, all strategically attached so you can get your photos under there. Let's say if you couldn't get the perfect face peeking out of these branches, just add pattern paper here. This would no longer be a photo space, right? This would be for pattern paper. So you kind of have to work around the embellishments, but there's so much real estate for photos that you will most certainly be able to tell your story with your photos. How cute this little photo arrangement. So this mimics this left-hand side over here, except that it looks different because of the embellishments, the pattern paper, and just the way we chose to mat. And it looks so pretty. Get this fun little element here on the side. And again, lots of storytelling opportunity here. This is my style of matting. Start with the photo, fill in the blank. Look at this pocket, how beautiful this paper is. We did 2 different papers just to create it interesting because this is about the photo and it's not until you get the photo in here that it actually comes to life. So you need to be pretty bold with your paper choices if you're going to have this sea of white photo mats, just so that it looks fun and interesting. And again, you just turn the page to get more fun stuff. So again, this will look very familiar to you. Here's that photo mat in the back of the page there for more photos, just building on that real estate for telling your story. Look at these embellishments, how gorgeous, just beautiful. There's that photo mat, different photo setups just to give you ideas on how you can arrange your photos. You do not have to do this. You can do a 5x7 here. You could do a cropped version of an 8x10. If you just want to hone in on those faces, you can absolutely crop that photo and fit it into the space. It would be glorious. A few more embellishments because why not, right? Photo back here, photo right here, photo here. What a fun way to tell the story. Look, it's just white paper and it's just so pretty. It's just so, I mean, no photo and it's still so pretty. I love that. And that's what you want to do with your albums. You want clear defining areas for photos. You want interest, right? So the recipient wants to turn the page. The person who receives this wants to put their photos in here. And your job is done, right? Your job is done. If you're making this for yourself, oh my gosh, so much fun, right? When you're making them for yourself. Turn the page. Ah, this is my favorite page. There are no bells and whistles here, no embellishment. This is just pattern paper. And for me, this is stunning. Look at this paper setup. Okay, and the photo setup as well. Yes, but no, look at the paper. It's just so beautiful to me. I'd love to know if you feel exactly the way I feel about this page setup. These colors just speak to me. They're so uncharacteristically winter. They're not, right? The blues maybe a little bit, but this beautiful burgundy, these jewel tones are not, it's typically not something you see in winter collections. And gosh, it works. It looks beautiful with the snowflakes. It's stunning, guys. I hope that you are getting that in this video. If it's translating the way it, if you feel what I feel, if it's translating the feeling, because I just love it. So here I decided to go with the 4x6s as opposed to the larger photo mat, but you know, that's an option, right? You can do the large photo mat if you want to, or do the 6x6, the 4x6s, 5x7s. That's up to you, your choice. Look at how cute and darling this is. I know that I need a few more adjectives in my vocabulary. Cute and darling are my go-tos, but really, darling, how adorable. There is a different color hat if you feel this is too feminine and you're going for a more masculine look. You can go for the more masculine color, although I think they are unisex, but that's just my humble opinion. So if you're looking for something a little more masculine, then you may want to choose the darker color. And then look at these little guys. Of course, room for photos. Get the beautiful paper setup. I go through the matting step, paper by paper by paper. Look at that. Oh, there's that blue hat that I was talking about. Look at that. Is that not just gorgeous? Look at that. The layering here. There's the peekaboo of our little guy over here. Let's move him back to where he belongs. There. Look at that. How adorable is that? What a fun peekaboo moment there. Gorgeous. Then that treatment again on the spine. And I don't think I need to say any more. Let's come in a little closer. Hold on. Hold on. Let's come in a little closer. Look at the detail in those embellishments. Look at the detail. Now, I will say to get this level of detail, you do need your cutting machine, cutting by hand. Oh, I'm not saying it's not doable. I'm just saying I don't want to do it. Cutting machine to get this level of detail in conjunction with the cut files that are in the shop. And you get this look. Okay, really, really beautiful. There is the bear looking so adorable and cuddly. 5x7, 4x6s, crop versions of 8x10s. I share that with you in this one. See if you wanted to do a crop version of an 8x10. I don't think I took that opportunity here. This is another area that I would recommend the acetate. Don't ask me what I did with the acetate sheet when I was showing this video on Facebook or sharing this project on Facebook. But anyway, as you can see, it flips. It works, right? It flips, most certainly. But you got to be careful. And with the acetate overlay, you don't have to be careful, right? You just flip, close, boom, bam, done. So just some food for thought there, little idea. Look at this page setup. Beautiful balance between photo, a fun sentiment, and a few embellishments, and a little pattern paper. This pocket also decked out with photos and embellishments. Look at how beautiful this page or this inside cover pocket. Just beautiful. I have nothing else to say. It's beautiful. I hope you guys love it. This is the Turning Pages workshop. It was available as a workshop. Actually, the workshop goes away at the end of this month. If you're watching this video today, well, it may be the end of the month, so you want to pick it up. February 1st, the workshop deal goes away, and then everything will be available a la carte. So there's two workshop, guys. There's the Turning Pages album workshop, and then there's the box companion. So because I believe that every album needs a box, deserves a box, you may feel the same way. Then you want to pick up the companion set, which is the Boxable Companion. All right, where I give you two cutting guides for two different box sizes to house the album. One box for the album, right? This is obviously not that box. And then another box, which is this one, that houses the album and the folio if you want to keep them together, if you want to tell your story this way. There's also even more room if you wanted to do a third item, like let's say, a pretty pocket. Or perhaps one of my inserts. Obviously, this is not the same paper, but I just want to show you the depth in this box. Look. Can you imagine these three pieces telling the story? How fantastic is this? I have a bazillion insert styles. I can't remember what's the name of this one, but it's a good one, guys. Just type in inserts in my website and you'll find all of the inserts. So the companion box is a different series, everything or different workshop, but they're all on my website. If you want to, let's say you just like the January album and the January box, then you could get that a la carte. But if you want all 12 of them at the super, super deep discount, then you want to get the workshop before February 1st. All right. So this is Turning Pages. Whoopsie. The Turning Pages album and the companion box based on the Moving Parts 2025 folios. So I hope you love it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're a folio girl or a mini album person. Sorry, I shouldn't be sexist. Let me know which one, what team you're on, and if you're like me, you're team both, then that's good too, right? So Turning Pages, guys. I hope you love it. This is Kathy with Paper Phenomenon. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.